Hello ladies and gents, Amish Hacker here. I haven't really done a video like this in a while, sort of just been talking around. I've just sort of been doing a lot of other stuff, but we're back at the old studio. Some crusties. Yeah, back home. What do I want to talk about this day? Kevin Hart. Let's all face it. Kevin Hart is not funny. He makes the same 3 jokes over and over again. All of his movies are basically like the same movie. It's just they add some different big star, or they add just another black guy. See who's the blackest. They have sort of a what I like to call a black off. So yeah, his movies aren't that good. They're basically the same movie over again. If you watch one Kevin Hart movie, you can pretty much get a good idea of what the rest are going to be. So, what 3 jokes does he always make? Number 1, he's short. He always makes some joke how he's short. Like, they always have some sort of joke. Like in, I can't remember the name of the movie. It's like, I'm searching it up. I have it right here. Central Intelligence. That movie is basically just, in that movie, what I'm talking about, he's short, is, there was The Rock, you know, because he's freaking humongous, he was standing over, looking over a corner, and then, about, little Kevin Hardo, he looks underneath, he's, like, underneath the Rock, looking over too, and he's, like, at his belly button. And pretty much that's pretty much all of his movies. There has to be at least one joke where he's short. Or in Get Hard, or second joke that he always makes is he's black. You see it in every movie. We get it. You're black. It's not gonna get any funnier the more you use it. In Get Hard, when Will Ferrell was getting into his car, Kevin Hart knocks on the window just to say, "Oh, you know, we cleaned your car and everything." But then Will Ferrell starts screaming, "Ah, don't rob me." You probably guess why you would think that he's gonna get robbed. It's because his skin's the darker tone. You're right, fellow Amish Hacker viewer. You're completely right. Also in Get Hard, he was thought to be in jail. Why? Say it. You're most likely right. He's gay. But most of all, it's because he's black. And What Now? There's also another guy who's just like, and I don't know his name. It's the one other black guy in the What Now trailers who's just like, "Oh, I'm such and such, and I'm black, and I'm mad because, you know, Kevin Hart." There's always, again, that black off to see who's the blackest of them all. It's not really to show who has darker skin, but to see who's more, who acts the most like a black person. Like, they had in Grown Ups. Oh, when all the black people see me, they get scared. Oh, when they see me, they run. They want to be the most black. And number 3 is that he is a complete pussy. He never, ever has a movie where he's the brave guy. He's always the little, small, black guy who, can never stay calm during the shot of a gun noise. Like for What Now again? That one person, she was, you know, shooting a gun, like, over his shoulder. You know, he was going like, "Oh, oh," like the little wimp he is, and she just kept on shooting. And then after that, Kevin, because Kevin's just, again, the wimpy guy. So all of his jokes aren't funny for his movie jokes. I haven't even gotten to his Sam comedy yet. Sam comedy is not as bad, but still, you know, not that good. It's not creative. For his stand-up comedy, he basically is just a storyteller. He tells stories of what happens to his kids, what happens to his kids, You pretty much can see where I'm going with this. He pretty much only jokes about the same thing. He doesn't even joke about it. He just tells a story. He never really tells like a joke that we can all relate to. He just more tells a story that happened to him. We can only think that's funny from the way he tells it. So obviously he could be over exaggerating the story, but we would never know because we can never relate to that. Hey, this is just a normal stand-up comedian or a normal person telling a story to a normal friend. Hey. This person's screaming and skateboarding. It's like they're gonna hit a car. Alright. Hey, this is my stand-up comedy show. I had this cool story where I had a soccer ball and I kicked it in some guy's nuts. Kevin Hart stand-up comedy. Whoa, I just kicked this soccer ball. And you know that I shouldn't even be playing soccer because I'm small, black, and I'm a real big wimp. So that would be like so many fouls per game for me. So I kicked it, landed straight in this guy's nuts. And it landed there and it would not go. So he was dancing around and everything because, you know, all of his balls probably went up and out of his mouth. Then he backed up and then I scored a goal because he fell back into the goal. Man, what a story. Donate money. See, you can never tell what a Kevin Hart story is real or not because you have to take his word for it. Like that one where he says he went to like some like in another trailer for What Now. He says he went into some sort of like sex shop or whatever, and how he saw all these disgusting. I don't know what they have at those stores, but I'm guessing it's graphic. I have no idea what they saw actually. I don't really want to find out. But anyways. So, yeah, he says, like, oh, and then he says after that, I bought all of it. You did not buy every single item in that store. Your wife would definitely raise some concerns if she saw you buy some, like, weird gay thing. Some, like, weird, I don't know what gay people use, but, come on, I mean, use something relatable. I have never related to going into a sex shop and then buying everything because I thought it was disgusting. I mean, it would be kind of a good joke, but it wouldn't be that funny. I waste a crap ton of money on a joke that's not that funny, and, you know, where am I going to put all that stuff? Kevin Hart has kids. What do you think his kids are going to think when they see that, when they see that video when they're like in you know, a little bit younger than me? They're gonna think, wow, my dad, he bought all that stuff for a joke? Ew. So point is, that story is probably a lie. He probably way over exaggerated. Maybe he went into the store, thought it was all disgusting, and maybe his friend bought a couple stuff. That sounds a lot more realistic than he walking into a store being disgusted out of his mind, saying, oh, 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 like 5 times, and then saying, you know what, I'm going to buy all of it. It just doesn't happen to normal people. Unless if Kevin Hart actually is mentally disabled, and that it would be a good idea to buy every single toy from a shop. I mean, that actually would be pretty funny. If some guy you didn't even know better went into a sex shop and was so disgusted he bought everything. But you see, Kevin Hart, he's a normal person with a wife, some kids, so it wouldn't really make much sense because, you know, what would a disabled person do with all that stuff? But then again, what would Kevin Hart do with all that stuff? So it's sort of that joke they made, it's just sort of, you know, you have to hit right on target of how you're going to joke about it. I mean, a lot of, number 3, Kevin Hart's jokes consist of a lot of screaming. When he doesn't know what to say, when he basically doesn't know how to put a good punchline to a joke, he just starts screaming. Like, he would just go like, oh, whoa, ah. And then people think that's funny somehow because they know how humiliating he is. Yeah. But the thing is that Kevin Hart is actually popular, so which means people actually find his jokes to be funny, and which I think is really dumb. I mean, you can. I know people have different people have different senses of humor, but Kevin Hart, if you really think about it, is just not funny. Thank you for watching. Please dislike every Kevin Hart video you see, and like all the Amish hacker ones. Subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.